Yeah, you can clap. um, this tie, by the way, I bought online. It's made from scraps. Uh, a lot of people have actually complimented me on the tie, so just sharing the information. Now that we've got that out of the way, my name is Lokesh. I'm a radio presenter on a radio station called City 1016, and you can catch me every night at 9 p.m. I do a love show called Chill Tonight. And today I'm going to speak about something which is very close to my heart, how to make 10 viral videos on TikTok. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm very passionate about a few things. One is, of course, the idea of femininity and masculinity, the idea of feminism, and the idea of male loneliness epidemic that a lot of young boys are facing these days. So I'm going to touch upon all these three topics one by one, and let's see where we go with this. I have a very vivid memory of my childhood. I must have been 8 or 9. I was a homebody. I would sit at home, sketch, draw, paint, write, read, dance sometimes. You would never find me on a cricket field or a football field. I was not an outdoor person at all. And I was kind of bullied in school. My friends used to make fun of me. My teachers used to make fun of me. Why always sitting at home, busying yourself with writing and reading? Even at home, my parents were still okay, but I remember one of my aunts used to really pick on me, saying, why are you doing this girly stuff, sitting at home, painting and dancing and writing and reading? Why are you not going out? Why are you not doing things that most boys do, play cricket, play football and all that? And imagine I was 8 or 9 years old at that point in time, and my little brain couldn't really wrap its head around the fact that how an activity like painting or reading or writing can be gendered. Why is playing cricket, a boy thing to do, and why reading and writing is a girl thing to do? Is it because most of the boys are playing cricket, that's the reason it's boyish, and most of the girls are reading and dancing and writing, that's the reason it's girly? Why is it so? Why are the boys playing cricket? Why are the girls not playing cricket? Why are the boys not writing and reading and sitting at home? All these questions used to really bother me, and while growing up, I really indulged myself into just trying to understand different gender norms, gender dynamics, and gender roles. So let's get to it. Let's get to the heart of it. What is masculine and what is feminine? If you go back in time, we were hunters and gatherers. We were all human beings. We were all born with a variety of traits. In men, few of the traits were displayed and exhibited. And in women, the other traits were exhibited and displayed. Let me just expand on that. So we were hunters and gatherers. Men were physically stronger, so they went out. And they would hunt, they would kill animals, bring food for the family. Women were nurturing children at home, they were taking care of the family, they were cooking, and they were the nurturers of the family. Now, if you do a quick Google search, what is masculine and what is feminine, there are these traits that you will find. Masculine is, of course, go-getter, fierce, confident, leadership qualities, and women are compassionate, empathetic, nurturers. Back in the day, these roles were assigned to us by society. We were not really born with this. In my opinion, every human being is born with all these traits. Women have courage too, women have strength too, women have also leadership qualities, and men have nurturing capabilities as well. Men can be compassionate and empathetic as well. And I guess in 2025, in today's times, especially when we're dealing with young kids and all that, I think the whole tipping point is to redefine the whole idea of masculinity and femininity. To understand that there's nothing masculine and there's nothing feminine, and everything is masculine and everything is feminine. So the next time when somebody asks me what is masculine and what is feminine, all these traits, I am a man, I can be ambitious and yet compassionate. My friend is a woman, she can have strength and she can move mountains, and yet she can be an empathetic, compassionate person, because we're all born with all these qualities. And I think if you understand that there's really nothing masculine and feminine, and there's really everything is masculine and feminine, that will be the tipping point to redefine our understanding of gender norms, and that will also be the tipping point to find the solution to male loneliness epidemic. There's a huge debate on the internet, by the way, about male loneliness epidemic, so let's get into that. A lot of men are complaining that 80% of the women are choosing only 20% of the men, and they do not have romantic relationships, and they are feeling lonely. Now, where is this coming from? Once again, if you go, let's say 30, 40 years back, when my parents were getting married, what was the criteria for a man and a woman to get married? You would ask the man his salary, how much do you earn? Is there financial stability? Yes, you get married. You ask a woman, can she do household chores? Can she cook? Does she look pretty? Is she healthy? Can she make healthy, happy babies? All the boxes are ticked. She's good to go and get married. Now, in the last 30, 40 years, we have empowered and given education to our girls, right? We have told them that they have to fend themselves. They do not have to depend on a man for money or financially. They can earn their own livelihood. So now, these young, confident women are saying, we don't want providers. We want compassionate partners. However, in the last 30, 40 years, we have completely forgotten to have that conversation with our boys. The boys were navigating the world with the same map of being the provider and the protector. And now when they see and when they meet all these young women, they are lost, they are confused. Their role is to provide and protect that women do not really want. So what do? You feel lonely. And you know what happens? It gets trickier. It gets more dangerous because young men are told by family members to toughen up, to man up. Their friends are saying, don't cry, don't be a girl. Imagine something as basic as crying. We are denying our young boys the whole freedom to express themselves, to be vulnerable, to even cry. Imagine telling boys, it is as basic as breathing, and imagine telling boys, you cannot breathe. Only girls will breathe and you cannot breathe. That's how difficult it is getting. And it gets worse because when families don't listen and friends don't listen, where do these young boys go? They go to the internet. Who do they find? They find the likes of Andrew Tates, who are giving you all kinds of false information and misguiding you completely. I'm going to build on that a little bit. The likes of Andrew Tates, all these influencers are telling you that you are feeling lonely. It is because of feminism. Because we have empowered women, now they are demanding equality, and that's because you're feeling lonely, and that's the reason you're feeling lost and confused, which is a complete false narrative, because young men are feeling lonely and confused and lost because of patriarchy. Patriarchy has expected men to always toughen up, man up, do not express, do not feel, and that's the reason they are feeling lonely. Feminism, on the other hand, is the solution for your loneliness. Feminism advocates equality between men and women. Feminism creates safe spaces, not only for women, but also for men. Feminism tells young men to come forward, express, be vulnerable, show your feelings, and just express yourself as beautifully as you can. So that is the whole point of feminism. But I guess all these Andrew Tates and all these influencers are telling the young boys very, very differently. I'm not going to take much of your time. I'm going to wrap up now. I know we're kind of running short on time. All I would say is that I'm going to end this TEDx talk by a direct message to especially all the young boys and all the young men. There are two kinds of men in the world, one who bully and the other one who get bullied, right? Whoever you are, if you find yourself, and I know it is very difficult because I've been in that situation as well. There's peer pressure, there's pressure to perform. When men are making all these sexist jokes, you want to be a part of it. I faced this when I was growing up in school, in college, even now, when I am in board meetings, when I go out, when I'm meeting other men, they're making all these crass and all these sexist comments, but somebody has to push back. And it is the responsibility of young men. So if you ever find yourself in a conversation where somebody is challenging your masculinity, push back. When somebody is making fun of a woman or a young man, push back. Question it, challenge it. Because my softer side, my compassionate side, my empathetic side is my strength as a man. And that is the positive masculinity we need to understand. That's my time. Thank you so much, guys.